So, okay, so if I go to my admin page, you'll see there's now this new embed tab, and we need to do some lightweight styling on here, which actually Elliot, who's out today, he's already done some of this, and there's some other goodies that are coming, but I'll wait till he's back to demo them. So I generate this secret, and now I can go to this super, I'm gonna grab this guy and go to this super secret URL generator, and then Nate. Just gonna hack this URL real quick. Delete all of that. Cool. So now open incognito tab just to prove to everyone I'm not logged in. Grab that URL, and boom, I'm logged in. So that's a full end-to-end demo of Embed SSO.
Woohoo!
Wait, there's a couple more things. So now I go back to the users tab as an admin in my logged in session, in this other window, and I can see there's this new embed user who just logged in. This is going to be changed a bit, but right now they're just regular users. So in theory, we'll be able to upgrade them um, to actual users, similar to how we handle the schedule only users with the scheduler. What else? You go to Firebase. Um, you can see, so you can see the embed users are being logged in Firebase as actual users. Some of these are these blank ones in particular, like test requests. But the request I just made used um, this guy. Uh, and then the thing I've been working on, which I'm a little hesitant to demo, but let me see if I can make it work. Okay, so there are some problems with this right now that I need to think through today, but I've yesterday I hacked together this optional email param, which is sort of required to actually upgrade uh, embed users to full-fledged users. So let's see what happens if I do this. Get back to my thing. Let's just close that, create a whole new incognito tab. All right, so logged in again. Everything's normal. If I go back here, now you can see instead of this um, placeholder embed user email, there's actually like a user with a real email address. Um, and then if I go up to Firebase, maybe I've already used my real email address, but if I've used my personal email address in here, it's just connected to whatever my Firebase personal email is. I suppose what I could do is I could say like, ooh, so this is just creating a new, it's going to create a new Firebase user basically. There we go. So TLDR here is like, it's all working end to end. Um, we need to do some permission massaging, which is work that I'm hoping to do today. It's logging in Firebase. So in theory, we get the full suite of controls for managing these Firebase logins. It's doing the actual URL signing. This endpoint is pulling out that embed key I generated and then signing the URL for you. And so we're doing all the validation. And I guess I can demo that super quickly by saying like, so I've already used this URL, so we should get a nonce error. Um, I could do things like by change the nonce, uh, I will get a signature error because the nonce is part of the signature. If I do something like pop off part of the content, well, let's see. If I do, so this is now correctly signed but has an incorrect content path. Well, no idea what just happened there. But it technically is supposed to like maybe my server crashed.
It failed closed as long as it failed closed,
Too many redirects.
You need redirects. Um, you know what? It's probably because I have session cookies. Oh, now the nonce is used. Oh, come on. Oh, too many redirects. Well, believe me, there is actually like an error that pops up when the content path is not valid. So, um, yeah, so I'd say it's like in a good shape, and I think next week we just need to set up a testing session for people to hammer on it, and then we'll probably find a bunch of weird cases where we didn't think about how like an embed user entry was being created in the database. But other than that, I think it's pretty close to being good for a customer to start experimenting with.
This is awesome. Hey Nate, one question, just to make sure I understood how that was all working. Um, you generated the secret in the UI, and then you hit that generator URL. But I
Mhm.
noticed that the secret was not in the URL that you were using to generate, like, was not in the stuff you passed. Is that because it's looking it up on the back end?
Yeah, that generator URL is not necessarily meant to go in production. It was a thing I hacked together to show Elliot the algorithm and also to make it way easier
Cool.
for me to generate URLs to test locally.
Got it. In production, that secret that you generated in the UI would be part of some request to generate um, the SSO URL, or in theory, they can also just do it themselves by creating like a signature. Is that right?
Correct, yeah.
Cool. One other question. Should we try to get the pen testers to hack on this functionality next week? Will it be sort of baked enough then?
Yeah, we could ask them to take a pass.
Cool. We could. I mean, we'll kind of have to see how much time they have relative to the things we're asking them to look at, but maybe we could sort of prepare them to look at it later in the week too.
Yeah, that sounds great.